Hey guys, Wardenator here on YouTube. I just want to make a video about CO2 injection. I am going full out professional proper CO2. I ordered a Milwaukee CO2 with solenoid, a regulator, and it's on its way. I ordered it off of Amazon. It was posted up there for 113 bucks, shipping and everything. That's 4 to 11 days shipping. It came out to $153 altogether for the regulator, so that's on its way. And I figured I'd get off my butt today and go to Welder Supplies, and from them I signed out a year lease contract for this tank. It cost me $50 and then another $40 for the fill, so about $100 altogether. They just fill out this little forms here. I've got it for a year, so basically after the year I don't have to go in and keep renewing it. They just send me a little form, I fill it out. If I need to bring it in and fill it, I fill it. If not, I just fill out that form, send another $50 along with that form, and we just keep this rolling. So if you're looking for a CO2, this is one of the ways you can go. This is a 20-pound CO2 cylinder. This should last me quite a bit. I have, from the 88-gram Fluval kit, I have a puck for a diffuser puck, a proper diffuser. So I will be using this. I'm not going to be using the bubble counter with it because the Milwaukee solenoid regulator comes with the bubble counter. Everything built onto the one unit, so it's all in one. It's going to be mounted on that tank. I'm going to, of course, run my lines properly and try to hide the diffuser. I'm thinking probably hiding it back there in that corner. Yeah, just too many times trial and error with do-it-yourselves. I keep getting beard really bad in here. Having to cut back a lot of plants. When you do start a CO2, like if I did start a do-it-yourself injection, everything goes great. It ramps up great, like within a week to, 3 days to a week. Everything's popping and blooming and it's great. But when your CO2 drops off, out comes the beard. And it just, like I said, is as fast as cyanobacteria can grow in your tank sometimes. I mean, if you've experienced it, you would know. This stuff can grow just as quick, and it just coats everything and covers all the tips of my plants. And the problems I'm having right now with my swords is they're letting go down right at the bulbs, and the leaves are floating to the top. I've tried dosing some other things to keep that from happening. I do have a couple things in the substrate for supplementation. They spread out pretty well. There's one basically pretty much in over here, in there, to supply all these root feeders here, and there's one on this side too. I don't think it's that because it's not really burning the roots of the plants. I just noticed they're letting go at the bulbs. I'm still getting new growth and other things like that, and I'm getting new growth out of these all the time too. But like I said, I'm getting the ups and downs, and I have a feeling that this tank is going to do a lot better with a proper CO2 system. One that I can run steady, one that's going to be on a time system, running off the timer here. Altogether, I think everything costed me maybe $200. Like I said, I got this guy, I got the other thing on order, so it's not like I just blew $300 today or anything. It didn't cost me any big things of money. You can relatively set yourself up a decent system slowly. You can go get your tank first, or depending on where you're from, I would look locally on a used whatever site or a Kijiji site locally in your area to see if somebody's getting rid of one of these. I did all that. I couldn't find anything, so I went to my local welder supply. There's a couple places here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Praxair, things like that that you can call for some options, or apparently a party place that does party gases like helium and things like that. They will do CO2 as well, if you have those in your neighborhood or in your part of town. So I'm going to CO2 inject this guy. This is my 66-gallon Hagen, and it's a great tank. It's an old tank, so she's a little dry and cracky, and I got all this stuff on here, and she does kind of, if I fill it too high, kind of seeps down the sides here and things like that, but she still holds true. It's a good tank. It's been a good tank. I've had lots of ups and downs with this thing. It's a forever ever always a challenging thing with Planet Aquariums, for me anyway. It's a lot of learning, and the way I like things now is I just like to leave things alone. And I left this tank alone for the longest time. Like I said, I did the water change, and all sorts of mumbo jumbo started happening now, so I threw everything out of balance with the water change. I should have just left it, and whatever. So now I'm going to set up a proper CO2 system, and we'll go from there and see how that goes. I will be making weekly updates on this tank to show everybody just how fast everything is going to grow, and how green everything is going to get. This thing's going to get lush and green. Whenever you do compress CO2 into a tank, you're going to notice results like instantly. Within 3 days for sure, you should see at least, especially on this water sprite, you're going to see at least 2 to 3 inches growth. It's going to grow from here probably out to this plant. It's probably going to reach the top right away, and anything that's just starting to grow, like this stuff right in here that's still all curly like cauliflower, that's going to just pop right to the top. Like I said, I've done this with the DIY, the do-it-yourselves, and I've seen wicked results. But like I said, if you can't regulate and monitor everything properly and steady, you get burned. And then, like that curly little leaf back there, right back there off the tip of my finger, that thing is just covered, and on the edge of that leaf too, black, fuzzy algae. I hate it. It drives me nuts. It kills your plants, and yeah, makes this not fun. So everybody bear with me here in the next couple weeks. I'm going to post a video when I get everything set up and I get it ready to rock and roll. I will do a setup video, and then we'll be making videos probably every 3 days after, just to show growth and how things are coming along, because it will be quick. Alrighty, so yeah, my advice to you other people out there, you thinking of CO2, I know it's a pain in the ass, it's expensive, everybody wants to save money, but you gotta do it right, and that's what I've heard from everybody, and I've smacked my head against the wall I don't know how many times on this tank for things like that. I should have just went proper CO2 a while ago when I had the money to do it all in one shot. Like I said, I'm just piecing together my system now. I've got little pieces and things here, I've got enough tubing and whatnot, and I'm getting a proper regulator with a solenoid. That's very important, folks, for you want to run it untimed. You do not want CO2 running all night long, because the plants give off CO2 at nighttime, and it's not good for your fish, things like that. And yeah, I'm just gonna smarten up and try to do things properly here, trying to take the quick routes out, because when you try to take shortcuts and you try to do things and you just don't do things properly, and you don't listen to people when you should, these are the problems you get. You're going to be a guy like me making tons of videos, whining and all this shit about how you did this and did that to your tank. Yes, folks, it's my own fault. I didn't listen, and now I'm going to do the right thing with this. So anyway, with the CO2 injection, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned, folks, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao.